Sigma males are often seen as lone wolves, drifting through life without many close connections. But this isn't because they can't form relationships or are antisocial. It's a deliberate choice. Unlike most, Sigma males don't chase after shallow friendships or seek validation from others. They prefer solitude over company that doesn't add real value to their lives. In a world that thrives on constant interaction and conformity, their independence and self-reliance can feel intimidating to those around them. People often don't understand them, and in truth, Sigma males don't care to be understood. This natural separation from the crowd isn't about loneliness. It's about finding peace in being true to themselves, even if that means walking the path alone. Let's get started, and don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Number 1. Their truth is too uncomfortable. Sigma males have a way of seeing the world with brutal clarity, and they don't bother sugarcoating it for others. They speak the truth as they see it, raw, unfiltered, and often uncomfortable for those around them. It's not that they go out of their way to be harsh or abrasive. It's simply that they refuse to dress up reality to make it more palatable. They don't see the point in offering comforting lies or diluted versions of the truth, and this can make others uneasy. People often avoid Sigma males not because they dislike them, but because they can't handle the stark honesty they bring. Sigma males tend to challenge the illusions people hold about themselves and the world. They expose the contradictions, the shallow expectations, and the false narratives that many cling to. It's not personal. Sigma males just value truth over making people feel comfortable. And that truth, more often than not, forces others to confront uncomfortable realities they would rather ignore. The result? Many people keep their distance. It's easier to avoid someone who will make you confront the parts of life you'd rather not see. Sigma males aren't here to coddle anyone's feelings or pretend everything is fine. They exist on their own terms, with a clear-eyed view of the world that others might find too intense or revealing. And while some admire their honesty, many simply can't handle it, choosing distance instead of facing the truth Sigma males represent. Number 2. They're unapologetically themselves. Sigma males are unapologetically themselves, never feeling the need to change who they are just to fit in. While most people adjust their behavior or personality depending on the social situation, blending in to be accepted, Sigma males resist this entirely. They won't dilute their authenticity to meet anyone else's expectations. This fierce commitment to staying true to who they are sets them apart, but it also makes them misunderstood. In a world where conformity is often rewarded, Sigma males' refusal to play along makes them stand out in ways that many find uncomfortable or hard to relate to. Society tends to favor those who blend in, who follow social norms and group dynamics. But Sigma males couldn't care less about fitting into these molds. They live by their own code, even if it means standing alone. This independence, while admirable, can isolate them because few people are willing to embrace or understand someone who won't bend to the pressures of conformity. Because they won't change who they are to make others feel comfortable, Sigma males often find themselves walking a lonely path. It's not that they're intentionally distancing themselves from others. It's just that their unwillingness to conform puts them outside of most social circles. They prefer to be alone than to compromise their identity, even if that means being misunderstood or isolated in a world that favors those who follow the crowd. Number 3. Sigma males understand when it's time to exit any situation, whether it involves family, a job, a relationship, or a friendship. Sigma males possess an innate understanding of when to walk away from situations that no longer serve them, whether it's family dynamics, job commitments, relationships, or friendships. This ability to recognize when something has become detrimental or unfulfilling stems from their strong sense of self-awareness and personal values. They don't cling to situations out of obligation or fear. Instead, they assess the impact of each connection on their lives and overall well-being. When faced with toxic family interactions, Sigma males won't hesitate to set boundaries or distance themselves. They understand that maintaining relationships shouldn't come at the expense of their mental health or happiness. Similarly, in their professional lives, They're not afraid to leave jobs that stifle their growth or compromise their principles. They know their worth and aren't willing to settle for less, even if it means stepping into the unknown. In romantic relationships, Sigma males prioritize authenticity and mutual respect. If a partnership becomes one-sided or unfulfilling, they're quick to recognize the signs and make the necessary exit. Friendships that demand more than they're willing to give or fail to provide reciprocal support also face the same scrutiny. Their ability to detach from what doesn't align with their values allows them to navigate life with clarity and intention. This independence, while sometimes perceived as cold or distant, reflects a deep commitment to their personal journey, one that requires them to prioritize their well-being and purpose above all else. Number 4. They've outgrown societal narratives. Sigma males have outgrown the typical stories society tells us about how life should be lived. Most people follow a script handed down by culture and tradition. What's expected in friendships, relationships, careers, and even behavior. These unwritten rules tell us to seek approval, follow the crowd, and live by certain standards. But Sigma males don't buy into this. They see through these societal narratives and realize they don't align with who they are or how they want to live. For Sigma males, life isn't about following a set path designed by others. They don't feel the need to chase the traditional markers of success or relationships. Instead, they forge their own way, often walking away from friendships or situations that seem forced or built on outdated expectations. They don't need to conform to what society says a friendship should look like or how relationships are supposed to function. If something doesn't resonate with their values, they simply let it go. What makes Sigma males different is their ability to detach from these pressures without feeling like they're missing out. They've outgrown the need for validation or fitting into the typical molds of life. They understand that authenticity means creating their own narrative, rather than living by one that's been handed down. It's not about rejecting society for the sake of rebellion. It's about realizing they're not confined by the same rules as everyone else, and they're perfectly content walking their own path. Number 5, they demand reciprocity, not favors. Sigma males have a strong sense of fairness and don't engage in relationships that lack balance. They don't want charity, pity, or to be on the receiving end of favors. Instead, they seek relationships that are based on mutual respect and reciprocity, where both people contribute equally. To a Sigma male, anything less than this feels hollow. They believe that relationships should be built on genuine, equal exchanges, not transactional favors where someone expects something in return down the line. In a world where many friendships operate on a you-owe-me basis, this stance can isolate Sigma males. They're not interested in playing the game of doing favors just to bank them for future use. They refuse to be trapped in a relationship where one person takes and the other gives endlessly. For Sigma males, a fair partnership is non-negotiable. If someone isn't willing to bring something valuable to the table and share the load equally, they'll simply walk away. This strict demand for reciprocity often leaves Sigma males standing alone. Many people are used to transactional relationships where favors come with strings attached or are done out of obligation. Few are willing to give without expecting more in return. Because Sigma males won't compromise on this principle, they're often seen as difficult or aloof. In reality, they just refuse to settle for anything less than genuine, balanced connections, relationships where both parties invest equally without hidden agendas. Number 6. Silent competition with themselves. Sigma males aren't interested in competing with others because their biggest competition is themselves. They measure success, progress, and growth by their own standards, not by comparing themselves to anyone else. This silent competition with themselves drives them to push beyond their limits, constantly seeking improvement. While most people are caught up in trying to outdo their peers or impress others, Sigma males are laser-focused on outdoing who they were yesterday. This relentless pursuit of self-improvement can be misunderstood. Others might see it as arrogance or assume they've distanced themselves from everyone else because they think they're better. In reality, Sigma males simply operate on a different level of drive and determination. Their intensity often leaves people behind, not because they're trying to, but because most can't keep up with the pace Sigma males set for themselves. Sigma males thrive in this internal race, always setting higher goals, pushing further, and testing their own capabilities. They don't need external validation or applause. Their progress is the only reward they seek. It's a quiet, personal journey of growth, one that outsiders rarely understand. To them, it may look like isolation, but for Sigma males, it's about mastering their own potential. They don't waste energy on external competition because they know that the only true challenge is becoming better than they were the day before. Number 7. They challenge people's comfort zones. Sigma males have a unique way of pushing people out of their comfort zones. Simply being around them forces others to confront uncomfortable truths about their own lives, choices, and ways of thinking. Sigma males challenge people to think deeper, question their assumptions, and raise their standards. They don't do this intentionally to make others uncomfortable. It's just part of who they are. They live with such intensity, self-awareness, and intellectual sharpness that those around them can't help but feel the pressure to examine themselves more closely. For many, this is too much to handle. Most people prefer to stay in their comfort zones where their beliefs aren't questioned and their routines aren't disrupted. Being around a Sigma male disrupts that safety. They don't let people coast by with shallow thinking or mediocre effort, and that level of challenge can feel overwhelming. Instead of facing these uncomfortable realizations about themselves, many people choose to distance themselves from the Sigma male. It's not that Sigma males actively try to push others away, but their presence often demands a level of introspection and personal growth that not everyone is ready for. Rather than rise to the challenge, most people retreat, preferring the ease of their comfort zones over the intensity that comes with being around a Sigma. In the end, the Sigma male finds himself alone, not because people dislike him, but because few are willing to confront the truth he brings out in them. Number 8. They've made peace with loneliness. Sigma males don't view loneliness as something to be avoided or feared. While most people see being alone as a sign of failure or something to fix, Sigma males have made peace with solitude. To them, it's not a negative state, but a necessary part of their journey. They understand that real growth, clarity, and self-discovery often happen when they are by themselves, away from the noise and distractions of others. Unlike most, who feel the pressure to constantly surround themselves with people, Sigma males find comfort in their own company. They don't need validation or attention to feel complete. In fact, they've mastered the art of being alone, using it as a tool to refine their thoughts, goals, and inner strength. This ability to embrace solitude sets them apart from those who chase connection simply to avoid the discomfort of being with their own thoughts. People often misunderstand this, thinking that Sigma males are lonely or detached. But in reality, they've simply redefined what loneliness means. For them, it's a space where they can truly be themselves, free from societal expectations or obligations. They've learned that being alone isn't the same as being lonely. It's about choosing peace over the chaos of shallow relationships. And while others may find this incomprehensible, Sigma males thrive in their solitude, using it as a foundation for their personal growth and independence. Number 9. They prioritize their mission over relationships. For Sigma males, purpose is everything. They live with a deep sense of mission, and their goals take precedence over almost anything else, including relationships. If a friendship or relationship doesn't align with their path or adds unnecessary distractions, they won't hesitate to let it go. This isn't a matter of selfishness. It's about their unwavering commitment to what truly matters to them. They understand that staying focused on their goals often means walking a solitary path. Most people balance their lives between personal relationships and their ambitions, but Sigma males don't operate that way. For them, achieving their mission is non-negotiable. They're not interested in compromising their progress for the sake of maintaining relationships that don't serve their higher purpose. This level of dedication makes them seem distant or unavailable, but the truth is, they've simply prioritized their mission above all else. This singular focus often leaves them alone. Not everyone can understand or accept the Sigma male's refusal to put relationships first. Friendships that require constant attention or relationships that demand sacrifice quickly fall away. Sigma males won't sacrifice their vision, and because of that, many people drift out of their lives. They don't chase after connections that aren't in harmony with their purpose. While this might leave them isolated, it's a solitude they embrace, knowing that their dedication to their mission is worth the price of walking their path alone. Number 10. Selective sociability. Sigma males practice selective sociability, choosing when and how to engage with others based on their own criteria. Unlike those who thrive on constant social interaction, they approach social situations with a deliberate mindset, preferring quality over quantity. This means they might engage in conversations and activities only when they feel a genuine connection or interest, which can sometimes come off as aloofness to those around them. To the casual observer, this selectivity may seem unfriendly or distant. However, it's a conscious choice driven by their desire for authenticity and meaningful interactions. Sigma males understand that not every social engagement is worth their time, and they are unafraid to decline invitations or step back from situations that don't resonate with them. This intentional approach helps them maintain their mental clarity and energy, ensuring that they invest their social efforts where they truly matter. As a result, their interactions are often deeper and more enriching, albeit less frequent. While others may seek out a wide network of acquaintances, Sigma males are content with a handful of meaningful relationships that align with their values and interests. This selective sociability, while reducing their opportunities for casual connections, allows them to cultivate a rich inner life and strong bonds with those who genuinely understand and appreciate their unique perspective. In the end, Sigma males' selective nature is not about shutting people out. It's about choosing to engage in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling. It reflects their understanding that true connections require effort, alignment, and mutual respect, and they prefer to invest their energy wisely rather than spread themselves too thin. Number 11. People are intimidated by their independence. Sigma males radiate a powerful sense of self-reliance that can intimidate those around them. Their independence isn't just a trait, it's a way of life. They have the ability to thrive alone, pursuing their goals and passions without relying on others for validation or support. This level of autonomy can be off-putting to many, as it highlights a stark contrast to the dependence that often characterizes most relationships. When people witness a Sigma male effortlessly navigating life on their own terms, it can evoke feelings of inadequacy. Many individuals are conditioned to seek affirmation and reassurance from others, so encountering someone who doesn't need that can be disconcerting. Rather than feeling inspired, some may perceive the Sigma's independence as a reflection of their own shortcomings, leading them to withdraw from potential connections. They might fear that they won't measure up or that they won't be able to contribute meaningfully to a relationship with someone so self-sufficient. This intimidation often creates a barrier, preventing people from approaching Sigma males or forming deeper connections. They may see Sigma males as unapproachable or aloof, but in reality, it's often their own insecurities that keep them at a distance. The Sigma male's confidence and independence serve as a mirror, reflecting the fears and doubts of others rather than creating a space for genuine connection. This dynamic can leave Sigma males feeling isolated, as their strength becomes a source of discomfort for those who wish to engage, but feel they can't measure up. In conclusion, the reason many Sigma males find themselves alone isn't simply a lack of desire for connection. It's a complex interplay of their values and choices. They prioritize authenticity, seeking depth in relationships over superficial interactions. This commitment to genuine connections can make it hard for them to engage in the small talk and social norms that often dominate social settings. Their independence is a double-edged sword. While it empowers them to live life on their own terms, it can also create barriers to vulnerability and intimacy. Sigma males often recognize when a relationship or situation is no longer serving them, leading them to walk away rather than settle for less. This willingness to exit is a testament to their self-awareness and dedication to personal growth. Ultimately, Sigma males may have fewer people in their lives, but those they do choose to keep are likely to be incredibly meaningful. They navigate the world on their own terms, embracing solitude as a path to self-discovery. This journey, while sometimes lonely, is also rich with potential, allowing them to cultivate a life that truly reflects who they are. In a world filled with noise, Sigma males carve out their own space, seeking quality over quantity in all aspects of life. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Sigma males, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Click the bell icon to get notifications about our latest videos, and join the discussion by sharing your thoughts below. Thank you for watching.